Breaking news. Blueface is on stream again. Please remain calm. It's Ninja Blueface. It's Tinder. Blueface. You don't need a manager. You need intervention. Every time you go live, another bad decision. Thought you wanted platinum. Thought you wanted plaques. Now the only thing that's gold is the comments in the chat. Everybody yelling Blueface. Got smarter. Scribbles on your face like your daughter found a marker. Started as a rapper. Now you stream for a living. Algorithm paying rent. That's the life you're living. Blueface. Blueface. Tinder. Why you always acting tender? Every live stream look like Jerry Springer. 14 when it started. Thought it was forever. Ain't no forever, man. She hold him down through the weather. Held him down through broke times. Held him down through the fame. He repaid all that loyalty by playing the same game. She said no more kids cause she seen how he moved. He heard that as a challenge. Went and had something to prove. New baby, new clown. Like his checkers, not chess. Making more accused by more women. Gon' cause him more stress. That's not strategy. That's a man throwing tantrums with his body. Using children as ammunition, bro. That's not even a hobby. That's a hostage policy. She ain't never left for the girls. Let's get that part correct. She left when the disrespect got too loud to protect. Too loud. Jaden keep going. Don't look back. He gon' try to pull you under, don't react. They call him hard, but he tender. Watch him fall apart the second you remember. Your work didn't keep going. She in the studio building up her own name. Got a bag in her own pocket. Ain't depending on his fame. And that's the part that broke him, not the cheating, not the lies. Is watching her walk fine without her. That's what it can't disguise. Can't stand a woman thriving when she out from his thumb. I just dumb. So we turn to the internet, acting like a victim, acting dumb. Bringing heavy on the stream, so the check can call her king. Whole time got her thinking she is number one queen. Yeah, humiliated too, cause hurting women is all he do. Call it exposing truth when it's really just a tantrum. A grown man throwing rocks cause he lost what he can't have again. And the saddest part in all of this, the part to make it worse. The worst part, her kids gon' grow up and read every single word. They didn't keep going. Don't look back. He gon' try to pull you under, don't react. They call him hard, but he tender. Watch him fall apart the second you remember. Your work didn't keep going. 14 years old when y'all started. She held the whole world down for a man who couldn't hold himself. And now that she's finally free, finally got a name that's hers. Finally making music that don't need his. He's out here trying to burn the field so nothing can grow that he don't control. That's not love. That's hate. That's a man who never forgave. Taking it out on every woman since Karlissa. Won't admit what she did to him. Everyone. So we keep adding bodies like it's gon' fill the hole. Keep having babies out of spite instead of looking at it all. It's reckless with his body, reckless with the truth, calling it living free when it's really just a wound from his youth. She used to be his whole world back when they were young and green. Now she just a headline in the story. He can't clean. Bring these women on the envelope, call them names for the crowd. Not realizing every insult, just confirming what's already loud. A hard man don't need an audience just to feel like a king. No king. He wouldn't need the circus if he loved a single thing. Not a thing. Start him with himself. That's a real plot twist. 14 years of history, and he still don't know what love is. Jaden keep going.
Hey, you guys. Good evening. How are you guys doing? I hope y'all are okay. I did take a small nap, and then I was up trying to get things situated for you guys in the studio, and then I went to go check on something for my mom. My aunt had to have surgery on her hip surgery, so she is from her house over to my mom's house so that they can help try to take care of her while she's recovering for the first few days. So I had got involved in talking to my mom about that, and then the time got away from me, and then I accidentally flipped out of the studio. So I had to jump back in and try to redo things that I had done. But I want to come to you guys tonight. I am going to be working from home tomorrow, so that means that we can have a little bit of extra time, right? So I wanted to come and talk to you so that we could go over the Cixot episode where Karlissa and Callie Way are going to get into a heated exchange. And I thought let me tell you something. I'm glad we waited. I am so glad we waited. And the reason why I'm glad that we waited is because Karlissa took a visit to Blueface's house yesterday as he got back home from being on Catalina Island with Ashley. And he comes back and he is engaged in this back and forth with Nevaeh, and in comes Karlissa. And then the drama between Blueface and Karlissa begin to unfold. Hey, boo. Hey, one Pat. Okay, so yeah, be safe, drive, pay attention to the road. I'm gonna be playing some things that you're gonna be able to listen to, and I have like 3 different things I want you to listen to, but I want to show you all this dynamic between Karlissa, not just with Blueface, but with Dre and Callie Way. Janicia is her daughter's real name, but Callie Way is her stage name. And so I want to show you the dynamics because it's not just Blueface, right? And I know that sometimes Blueface's behavior is so horrible that so many people think like, oh, he's just terrible. And look at how he talks to his mom. And oh, he's just so horrible to women. And all of those things are true. But Karlissa played and plays a major role in how her children, not just Blueface, treat her. And it is the reason why Callie Way and Dre don't even want any part of having any public life, even though Karlissa continuously tries to exploit the trauma, exploit the hurt, exploit all of the things that they have experienced as a result of their growing up. They've been expressing this to her. Blueface is not the only one last night who expressed to her some of the things that he felt were wrong in his upbringing. Now, let me back up. No parent is perfect, right? There is no perfect parent. However, as parents, we have to take responsibility when our kids, especially as I had to make some adjustments for myself as a parent, right? And try to implement this as they were growing because I found out it made things better, right? If I will own up to my wrong, my accountability, where I may have fell short, where I might not have always done the best thing or made the right decision, right? Because that helps them to move on and get past it. They get stuck. And then you see this type of shit that we are seeing with Blueface happen out to the public, and he's inflicting this on others, right? And so I want us to look at it because a lot of people who just look at the dynamics between Blueface and Karlissa just think that Blueface is extremely disrespectful to his mother and that his mother does everything possible she can to help him, but he is just disrespectful, right? And that is true. There is some truth to that, right? I often do get upset with them, all of her kids, of how they interact with her because she does do, on appearance, she does do so much for them. Like she has their kids all the time. But is the fact that she have their kids all the time really a thing about her loving her family or a thing about control? And a thing about continuing to exploit for financial gain, right? 2 things can be true. She can love the kids, but her primary focus in possibly having them around is so that she can continue to generate the content. She continued to try to make her kids child stars. Blueface took off. He did a lot of things as a kid, where she was able to profit from it, right? And then the other 2 kids, not so much. They didn't want to be involved in that, but she pushed them to it. Karlissa has been on different movies, one of them being Soul Plane, right? And so she has had this picture of stardom for a very long time. And now Blueface has made it, but he has made it in the most disastrous way. Like, this is just my opinion. Now, see, like I told you, I don't want y'all to get it confused now. As we talk about the hip opera, I want y'all to understand that there's going to be some things that I'm going to champion because as a woman, I'm cheerleading these girls to get the fuck away from this situation, right? And what people need to understand is there's a thing called social contract theory, right? And that social contract theory applies to all of our relationships, right? some people believe that, oh, if a woman puts up with something in the beginning, she has to continue to do it. That's not so. If you sold me a pipe dream, right, in the beginning, and then I get to find out that we're in the sewer, I am out of here. And I think every woman has a right to do that. And I'm going to champion any woman that does that. Now, we've seen throughout this process of the circus, because this circus never stops. It is like a 24/7 stop shop, right? So we have seen Karlissa try to force these women into, you agreed to this, you accepted this, so it is what it is, as if they have to stay doing it, especially when it comes to Jade and Alexis. And tomorrow night, we're going to do a live exclusively about Jade and Alexis, about the release of their sex tape and what has transpired since then. But tonight, I want us to focus in on Karlissa and the dynamics that she's created with her children that bring us to this problem that we have, this somewhat soulless individual, Blueface, right? But last night's live that he did in his live stream where Karlissa appeared, we did see a little bit of Blueface's soul. And so if we have enough time, I'm going to go into that because I already had planned this live before that live occurred. So if we have some extra time, I want to go in and play a little bit of what he expressed to Karlissa in that live tonight. But I want us first to just focus on Dre and Callie Way and see what they have to say about their mom, Karlissa. And then we can compare it to what Blueface has been saying and what he has been publicly doing to dishonor his mom, okay? So first, let's go to Dre. Oops. Give me 1 second. Okay, I gotta remove, I guess. Remove. Oops. Remove. Add. Okay, y'all, I'm new to this, y'all, so just bear with me when I'm trying to do this. Hopefully I'm doing it right.
I want her to be a better person. That's why I stuck with her so long, because I keep hoping that it's a better person in there somewhere. After all the raggedy, fucked up shit she do, I'm thinking like, man, she just need love. You know what I'm saying? Like, she probably had a fucked up, rough life, and I tried to be the nigga that love her, and this is how she caught her legs up and sat me down and took a shit right in my face, bro. After all the shit I did for her, I went to bat with motherfuckers that I cared about. That shit happened with Rock. I was low-key cool with Rock before that, you feel me? And the only reason I didn't fuck with Rock after that is because I feel like out of respect for me, you shouldn't have beat my mama up. Like, out of enough respect for, like, even though your mama tripping, bro, I care about your son. We talk. He helped me start my music. He been fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave him alone. I know you crazy. She been know she was crazy because they've been dealing with each other for a whole year, you know? But other than that, my mom was wrong, bro. How you throw bottles at a nigga? The only reason I didn't say that because my mom and I'm trying to take her side. But she was wrong overall. That's my mom. I'm still gonna slide for her regardless. That's my mom. You know what I'm saying? But she was overall wrong. And I told her that, bro. You were wrong for playing with a grown-ass adult like that. Throwing bottles at people. Like, I would have beat your ass because I want her to be a better person. That's why I stuck with her so long. Because I keep hoping that it's a better person in there somewhere. After all the raggedy, fucked up shit she do, I'm thinking like, man, she just need love. You know what I'm saying? Like, she probably had a fucked up, rough life. And I tried to be the nigga that love her. And this is how she caught her legs up and sat me down and took a shit right in my face, bro. After all the shit I did for her, I went to bat with motherfuckers that I cared about. That shit happened with Rock. I was low-key cool with Rock before that, you feel me? And the only reason I didn't fuck with Rock after that is because I feel like out of respect for me, you shouldn't have beat my mama up. Like, out of enough respect for, like, even though your mama tripping, bro, I care about your son. We talk. He helped me start my music. He been fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave him alone. I know you crazy. She been know she was crazy because they've been dealing with each other for a whole year, you know? But other than that, my mom was wrong, bro. How you throw bottles at a nigga? The only reason I didn't say that because my mom and I'm trying to take her side. But she was wrong overall. That's my mom. I'm still gonna slide for her regardless. That's my mom. You know what I'm saying? But she was overall wrong. And I told her that, bro. You were wrong for playing with a grown.
Okay, so that's Dre. That's Blueface's older brother. So let's keep in mind, Blueface is the baby. Blueface is the baby. You have Dre, you have Callie Way, and then you have Blueface. Blueface is the baby. And so this is Dre speaking about his mother. And he's specifically speaking about the instance that took place between Krishan Rock and Karlissa. I want y'all to... Tonight, there is going to be a trend that I want you guys to see, right? The other family members including some of Blueface's extended family members, have all taken Krishan Rock's position in this dispute, in this argument between Karlissa and Krishan Rock. Now, we're not saying Krishan is always right. We ain't saying she do stuff right. But when the family members of the person, all of the family members, I'm talking about Karlissa's sister, Karlissa's father has chastised her. Her husband has asked her not to speak about the girl, stop talking about her on the internet. Now you have Dre, who had to have a sit down and come to Jesus moment, almost got into an altercation with Krishan and his brother, because when Krishan did step over the bounds and put her hands on Blueface's mother, but at the direction of her son, Blueface, Jonathan, right? And then you're going to have Callie. And Callie is going to give a similar account when she talks about the dynamic, the relationship that she had with Krishan Rock. Now, listen, y'all. Listen. I know a lot of people feel a lot about Krishan Rock. I know they see a whole lot of stuff in the media. But when it comes to these people in Blueface family, Blueface sister, Blueface brother, some of Blueface's aunts, uncles, it is something that they have encountered with Krishan that makes them think it's something genuine about her. Even though she has a lot of trouble, even though she has a troubled past, even though she has things going on, these people feel like it's something genuine about her and authentic about her, and they have not talked so nicely in the past about Jaden Alexis and her mean girl attitude and about Karlissa, right? This is what these individuals' family members are giving the account of. So I know what's in the headlines. I know what social media is projecting, but we gotta take a look and listen to some of what these people, the family, is saying, because they are the ones who were in close proximity and had close contact with her. And listen, Callie putting in a word for Krishan means a lot, because Krishan did not only beat Karlissa's ass, she beat Callie's ass too. And the reason why she beat Callie's ass is because Callie went over to Blueface's house after Krishan beat the mama's ass, right? Karlissa, and she was attempting to avenge her mother. Now, this is not the first time Callie has had to fight a battle for her mother, because Callie had to attempt to fight her mother's second husband. I think it was the second husband, either the first or the second. Mr. Saffold is Karlissa's third husband, okay? Now, only one of her husbands she has a child with, which is Blueface's daddy. Blueface's daddy was one of her ex-husbands. The other two husbands, Tony, which is the one that Callie got into an altercation with when she was 9 years old because of Karlissa, and Blueface reinforces that in his conversation last night on his live stream, right? She was married to a Tony, and Tony doesn't have any kids with him. So she has two other baby daddies, Callie's dad, Dre's dad, Blueface's dad she was married to. She was married to a guy named Tony, who ended up getting into a fight with Callie and when Callie was 9. And then we have Blueface's daddy, Jonathan, who Karlissa named her daughter after, even though that's not the daughter's daddy. Callie's real name is Janicia or Janithia or something like that. And Jonathan is Blueface's dad's name, which is where Blueface gets his name Jonathan from, right? And so this is all of what Karlissa had going on before this circus even came about, right? So this is what makes her look like a hypocrite when she cast this judgment on the circus, because she had a circus going on before Blueface ever built his big top, right? So I want to look at, before we go to the Cixot episode, I want you to look at another situation that transpired and took place between Callie. Let me get this one off here. Between Callie and Karlissa. This is not, we're going to see a situation unfold in the Cixot episode between Callie and Karlissa, right? But I want you to see another situation that they got into even before that. Okay.
His mom Karlissa and sister Callie are beefing online. I swear this family is like the ghetto family in the neighborhood that always got something going on. So Blueface's sister Callie
This is Ruby
tweeted,
Kai, y'all, so go and
Imagine
subscribe.
having a mother like mine. You almost feel like you never had a chance anyway. Shaking my head.
"Ooh, girl, tell me more."
I got the bummiest family in the universe. Lord, why you picked this for me? I know I'm an A class, but you surrounded me with D class. Lord, help me to break this generation curse.
Ooh, Callie out here ready to tell her mama business. Child, spill it. Don't tell us what's going on, Callie.
I know you only get one mom, and I try to cherish her so much, but she constantly smacks, not literally, me in the face, like I'm her enemy. I don't understand why. You go hard for Blue first, baby mama, then you go for me. Shaking my head.
Oh, you could just tell this baby is hurt and confused. She about to shake her head off trying to figure out her mama.
I try to keep my distance from y'all, because I know I can see y'all can't see. But I think I'm going to have to leave it alone for good, for my peace and sanity. I wish no ill will. I just deserve a better, loving family. I risked my whole life for you, and you constantly show me I mean nothing to you.
Ooh, well, damn. Child, Karlissa, what you done to them kids? Because we know Blueface don't be respecting you like that. And this right here supposed to be your ace, your mini-me, your baby girl, your BFF, twinning them. Also, you one of them toxic mamas that people be talking about. I still can't believe this was your response.
Callie, I apologize. And you still mad? Shame on you.
Girl, Karlissa, what you done to these kids? Because they not messing with you like that.
Now, I want to stop it right there because that is Karlissa's whole thing. It's not about the fact that she apologizes to them for past things that she's done. She continues to do things that continue to make things difficult for them and continue to bring up those past experiences. And this is what all three of her kids have tried to convey over to her, right? Now, don't get me wrong, and you guys have heard me say, I think that when it comes to the small kids, Karlissa is a great person to take care of small children. Sometimes everybody has their niche, right? And maybe that is her niche, is interacting with smaller children, like Journey's age, like Javon and Carter's age, her grandkids' age. But once they get to that point of adolescence and then adulthood, people often question the way that her kids speak around her. They question the way that her kids' friends and girlfriends and boyfriends speak around her. But they speak like that because she set the tone. She does not create the barrier or the parameter. She is attempting to be one of them, but wants to be respected as the mother. And it doesn't work that way. And so this is why when people see whether it's her son, whether it's one of her son's girlfriends, whether it's her daughter, whether it's friends of hers, or whoever it is, when they see people interact with her, they clutch their purse and get, oh my God, I would never talk to my mom that way. But she has crossed lines in those relationships that make them think that they have the permission to speak to her the way that they do. And so this is why the interactions that you see by these individuals online, the different girls that Blueface has going on and how they interact with her and what they say and how they go and exchange back and forth. And then the ones that she gets along with, she talks to Jade and Alexis about her sex life with Blueface. And I mean, she has a whole lot of inappropriate conversation, and it's all to keep her relevant in this content, in this circus, right? And it is something that Dre and Callie cannot stand. It's not just about the childhood trauma that they experienced from growing up, from the things that she may have done that just was not perfect parenting, which none of us have. It's that she continues to do this. And now it is playing out in the public. And she wants to drag these two kids into this in order for them to have this big family empire. Like she wants to be the Black Kris Jenner. Only her children don't want to be Kim, Khloe, and Courtney. And Courtney don't even want to be Courtney no more. We didn't hear Courtney Kardashian express disdain and not want to be filmed anymore, right? She wants out of that. We don't see Kylie as much being filmed in a reality way. You don't see Kendall being filmed in a reality way. And I don't know what is going on that Karlissa hasn't picked up on those social cues from her other children and realized, hey, the real problem that they might have with me may not be them not forgiving me for what happened through their childhood, but it might be the same toxic traits that I'm carrying into their adult life that could impact their children eventually. Right now, she is the best grandma. But if she keeps pushing these grandkids the way she did to her children, she is going to have the same outcome with them that she has with all three of her children. So I want y'all to continue to take a listen. We're going to press play again and listen.
See, you one of them mamas that be causing these women out here to have all these mommy issues that folks don't be wanting to speak about. Girl, you must have been out here wilding out because you done a number on them kids. No wonder Blueface let that girl tag you. Your kids don't like you. Your daughter telling us right now she don't rock with you. No wonder Blueface out here tagging on
and
that
her
girl.
daughter went to go get Krishan behind her.
You can't stand your ass. Girl, who raised these kids? Was they round to your grandmama house and you down at the Freaknik? Yeah, you was twerking on them headlights at the red light. Girl, I know your type. You had an Altima with eyelashes on your headlights and you would drive it fast because you was fast. But for real, why your kids don't like your ass? What was you doing when you had them that made them lose respect for you like that? Ooh, I know they got some stories to tell. I got a feeling once this Krishan clout dry up, Blueface gonna bleed you because you raised a straight clown. Only one that show you respect is the one that wasn't around. Because he was in jail. He admitted to being institutionalized. He said he used to forget he could leave the house and would stay home for days. Child, they must have had him at fire camp. Because y'all know he ain't no firefighter. But it sure was looking good on him. But them days is long gone. He had folks in his comment section asking what happened. Girl, and you know he got issues too. First thing he do is blame a woman.
My BM stopped cooking for me because I was doing buzz spit. I'm a used to child, laugh out loud. I need to eat 5 times a day to keep my weight up. I have a high metabolism, for real.
Child, what did I just read? He didn't take none of them classes in jail. And you could tell he's still emotionally
Dre didn't go to jail. Like I said, ain't none of these kids perfect. The parents ain't perfect. The kids ain't perfect. We ain't perfect. Our kids ain't perfect. So that's not the expectation, and that's not what people are asking, right? Dre was in jail, but Dre's story is a little different from Callie and from Blueface because while Karlissa was working, Dre had the burden of taking care of his siblings. And it wasn't just, you know, I know like when I was a kid and growing up and my cousins, they watched me. And when my cousins went off to college and then I was the one that was the older one and their younger siblings were around, I watched them. It wasn't that kind of watching. It was Karlissa charging him with, you are responsible for these kids. Like he was them kids' daddy, okay? Like that is how, and when you hear Dre and Karlissa have conversations, he talks about this, that as a young teenager, he felt the responsibility of his siblings, like he was their parent when their mother was gone. And you understand that Karlissa was a single mom and that she had to work, but she was chasing stardom and chasing men and had a sugar daddy and a self-admitted sugar daddy that she talked about last night in Blueface's live. And so she had a lot of other things going on that possibly if she hadn't had those things going on, Dre wouldn't have had to take such an adult role in the household, and maybe he would have had a different trajectory and some different opportunities. But he was the one who had the least amount of opportunities because he was responsible for his younger siblings. When it came to the point where Karlissa had Callie, Way, and Blue, and she was more involved. She had them doing more things. But listen, Callie had to go stay with her daddy for a period of time. Blue had to go stay with his daddy for a period of time. And so obviously there was something going on. There was some kind of dysfunction. Like all of us, we all come from some kind of dysfunction. But the fact that Karlissa doesn't want to own the dysfunction in order to move forward and understand why her kids want to have some privacy, why her kids want her to respect their privacy, why her kids want her not to make their mistakes so public, outside of the exception of Blueface. Blueface is a public figure. But Callie and Dre don't want to be in the spotlight. They don't want you said, hey Carly, did you find all the girls because Della Reese is looking for them too? I don't know what's going on with all of the girls, but this circus is like a 24/7 shop. So I don't know what's going on with all of the girls. But I know the two things that I'm going to talk about right now. And the one thing I'm talking about right now is Karlissa and her dynamics between her children, right? And so that's what my live is about tonight. It's about the dynamics between Karlissa and her kids, right? And so Dre, like I said, he had a difficult upbringing. And his upbringing was because he had the burden of being responsible for his younger siblings. And this is something that has happened in a lot of families. Karlissa hasn't done something so horrible. The problem is that now which she discusses all of their business online when they don't want their business online, especially when it comes to Callie and Dre. Blue doesn't like her involvement into his circus, but she continues to stick her nose into his circus. And he told Nevaeh and he warned her the other night, she is trying to make you her golden goose. And she is. What she did in that live last night shows proof that is what she's trying to do. She realizes that her grips are slipping on Jaden Alexis. Jaden Alexis was much of her Cixot content. Most of her Cixot content was Jaden Alexis. Because of what Blueface did with releasing that sex tape on Jaden Alexis, Jaden is slipping the grips of this family, I believe, right? After Jaden went out with Kai Bands, Karlissa called her, come get your kids. We ain't seen the kids over there. Now, Karlissa had them kids every weekend. We ain't seen them kids over there. Since Blueface called his mama up on that live and said, call Jaden and have Jaden go get her kids. Because he wanted her out of that club with Kai Bands. And he couldn't do that with his presence alone. He's used to having an effect and an impact based off of his presence alone on her, but it did not work. And so I told you guys, and I put on my post, my community wall, we are going to see what's going on in the dynamics going on between Karlissa and Jaden based off of whether or not Karlissa gets those kids last weekend. Well, she didn't get them. So there's some trouble. And Jaden is a huge amount of Karlissa's Cixot content. And the reason that Jaden is a huge amount of it is because her kids do not want to be a part of this. And they continue to tell her this. And so now we are going to flip over to the Cixot episode that I want to share with you guys. So this is Karlissa's channel on Patreon, right? And she did an episode. And in this episode, there is going to be an altercation that is going to take place between Callie and her. And then Mr. Saffold, her husband, is going to get involved. Now, keep in mind when I told y'all, Callie took an ass whooping by Chrisean Rock on Karlissa's behalf after Chrisean beat Karlissa's ass, right? At Blueface's direction. Blueface told his mother he would have Chrisean whip her ass, right? And Callie then confirms that Blueface is the one who had Chrisean whip her ass when Callie went to try to go and then avenge her mother, right? And so Callie is placing the blame where the blame should go. She's saying, okay, me and Rock, we worked out our differences. I got an issue with the fact that my brother would even do any of that. Why would my brother tell his girlfriend to be violent towards his mother and his sister? Why? But Callie is going to say that she understands why Chrisean Rock was violent towards her mother. The same way how Dre said he understood why Chrisean was violent towards his mother. right? And I'm not condoning that. I still think it's wrong. I still think Chrisean should have practiced some type of restraint. But to let Blueface off of the hook, and he is the one who gave the directive for her to do these things to you for his content is crazy. It is crazy work. But he is the cash cow for her. And her connection as his mother keeps her connected to the circus and keeps her content going and keeps her promoting this Cixot channel, which is why I did not want to purchase a subscription, y'all. I did not want to purchase a subscription to the Cixot because I feel like that's exactly what Karlissa wants. She is using all of this stuff in order to promote her own channel, and she's using all of the pain and the hurt and the things that her family is doing in order to respond to their childhood trauma, and she's profiting off of it, and she keeps finding these sneaky ways to in these crevices to get herself back into the storyline. And so I didn't want to purchase the Cixot subscription, but when I saw the clip of Callie and Karlissa, I had to. Now, like I said, keep in mind, Callie took an ass whipping for Karlissa behind the Chrisean situation. Even before her taking the ass whipping from Chrisean, Callie took an ass whipping from Karlissa's husband, Tony, because of Karlissa, okay, at 9 years old. So let's keep all of that in mind as we listen to Karlissa talk about how great of a mom she was. This is Karlissa's dad, guys. Hold on.
Daddy too.
Okay, wait a minute, you guys. Let me start it over. So this is kind of like the preview, but it's gonna go into the episode.
No, you didn't hear what I said.
She didn't.
Lay down.
I hate you.
Okay, I'm
Now
glad.
this
you
journey,
did.
this Blueface daughter,
I
y'all.
don't want you.
Well, I don't want you either. I don't want no granddaughter who cuss. Why would I want to get no granddaughter who cuss?
I don't like him anymore.
You was cussing out your daddy too.
Listen to Karlissa.
Too.
Like it's okay, she was cussing her
You
daddy
take
out.
her power
All them
away,
children
and that's
cussing.
when she's saying, I'm spoiled. I'm allowed to do this.
You gonna get your nails and shit done, all that shit.
Why are you asking me that? And you know I'm in here with all these goddamn kids. I
Hey,
can't even
man,
take
come
them out
on.
of this house because they so goddamn bad
You
blood.
supposed to be a celebrity.
So right now is the time. If you have a problem with me, Blue, or Jaden, right now is the time to get it off of your chest. Of course, I'm gonna bring it up right now to clear the air. That's what big mamas do, right? Say what your issue is. You say what your issue is. We figure it out and we move forward. That's not being messy.
It's being messy when
At
you
all.
want to keep putting it
I did.
online and they don't want it online.
What are we doing? Like, what are we doing, Karlissa?
That's Callie and Karlissa.
The resolve is I don't fuck with y'all. That's it.
Then I tell her she could get on the boxing thing. They paying these
Girl, you go on a boxing thing. Ain't
I can't fight.
you about to fight Tokyo and Tiny and all of them?
Why would I fight them?
You just said you was about to get in a fight. That you was gonna knock their lights out.
That's Carter's husband. That's why I'm here. Take me home.
What's this right here?
Take me to my car. You want some content? You want some content? Take me to my car. Stop wasting my time. I told you stop wasting my time. Y'all supposed to be coming here to pick up
Jay,
Carter's
can you take us
PlayStation.
I'm taking her. I was just waiting.
Hey, James, take me. James,
She
go take
was trying to
me.
get
Now,
some of him.
Stop bringing me over here. Y'all ain't seen me in months, weeks. I don't pull up on you. I don't like you. That's it.
So then why are you being
Because Javon and Journey decided to pull up at my house. Why would I ever want to go out with her? Why would I ever want to go out with her? Nigga, no, you're manipulative, bro. I hate you.
you gotta go. I'm not comfortable with you right now.
I'm not comfortable with you.
I know, let's go get the fuck out.
Now, you guys, this is the preview, okay? This is the preview. This is Callie. This is Karlissa's daughter that's talking to her. And so this is the preview. It's going to go into the episode. I don't know why her episodes do this. It shows the preview and then the episode comes in, right? So we are going through the preview. Now, this child that you see on the camera, that's Carter. That's Callie's son. That's Karlissa's grandson. Now, he's listening to all of this. He's watching all of this interaction. You see Mr. Saffold. That's the voice of the man you hear. That's Karlissa's husband. You see him come in. Now, keep in mind, I told you, Callie, at 9 years old, took an ass whooping from one of Karlissa's ex-husbands, Tony. Now, Karlissa wants us to believe it's because, he did not like the way that her kids speak to her, and so he was drunk. Karlissa's story was all over the place when she was trying to talk about it last night on Blueface's Live. It was just all over the place. But Callie took an ass whooping from Karlissa's husband, Tony, by intervening on some type of DV situation happening between him and her mom. And then she took an ass whooping from Krishan. No telling how many other people who haven't even been mentioned. But now you see Mr. Saffold, Karlissa's now current husband, getting aggressive with Callie. And you are going to hear Karlissa demand something from Mr. Saffold in this preview. And so I haven't watched the episode. This is my first time. I've seen the preview, you guys, but I have not watched the episode. So I'm watching the episode with you guys right now, right? But we are going to try to see what was the build up to this. But basically, Callie, we heard in the previous clip that I played that Callie has an issue with several things. She doesn't want to be, Karlissa keeps trying to push her to go do all of these things, to be a public figure and to try to make it and be famous like her brother and all this stuff. And Callie just doesn't want that. Dre just doesn't want that. They want to live privately. They don't want their business out to the public like this. They don't want Karlissa talking about their love life and their problems and all of the things that they may have going on. They don't want her coming on camera talking about that. And they've asked her to respect that. She keeps, however, crossing the line and doing that when she goes live. And she continues to try to get them to do episodes on this Cixot channel. And I, in my opinion, I feel like she is coercing them into it, because she'll make it seem like, it's just going to be a family going out to the boat situation and we're going to just have like this good time. And then she'll bring up these things that are triggering to them in order to get this explosive content. It's like a setup to me. Like she's setting them up, knowing that she's going to introduce something that's going to cause this big explosion. She was on Baddies, and Callie will tell people, because Krishan and Blueface always try to say that Callie got on the Baddies because of them. Callie corrects them and says, no, I got on the Baddies because of Krishan. Krishan made the call. When you hear in the clip I played in the beginning about Dre, and you hear Callie and Dre talk about their relationship with Krishan, despite the fact that Krishan beat Callie's ass and that Krishan beat Dre's mama's ass, they have a relationship with Krishan. They still love Krishan. They still want to be around her. To them, they feel she's genuine. They do not feel like Jaden Alexis is genuine. They feel like she's a mean girl. And I have my opinions. We're going to do a live on Jaden, because I'm going to put that into perspective. I think even that is misunderstood. And so tomorrow night, I am going to try to put that into perspective. But from the perspective of this boy's siblings, they feel like Jaden is the mean girl. And they say they would pick Krishan any day over Jaden. This is what Dre, the brother, and Callie, the sister, who got her ass whipped, and their mama got their ass whipped by Krishan, have said. They are identifying that their mother is a problem with what is going on with their brother right now. And they don't want any parts of it. They don't even really, Dre, he hangs out with his brother. I think they've kind of like try to make amends, but Callie doesn't even want anything to do with Blueface like that.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Get out my house. Get the fuck out my house. Get out my house.
That's Mr. Saffold telling her get the fuck out his house.
I know you drunk.
I ain't drunk. I'm gonna snatch your little ass up. Let's go.
Please don't. So let's go. Ready to go. Because the next time I'm probably gonna swing on you. Swing on who? You. It's all swing on me now. You keep wasting my time. I'm done. You got it. I'm swinging on you now. I got it. Go. If that motherfucker break anything in my house and you don't body slam that bitch, we're done.
Lord have mercy. All right, so now it's going to go back. I think it's going to go back. Now in the episode is starting, you guys.
No, you didn't hear what I said. You're not, listen, why aren't you listening? No, why? You're not listening. You're still talking. Well, stop talking.
We'll go away, Grandpa.
Now listen, y'all. Now we flipping the switch. They're gonna go back, because like I said, I think this is just how her episodes are formatted. I don't know, because I'm only seeing the clips, right? And so I I don't know all of how this episode is formatted, but I know that I saw the preview, the clip that we just saw in the beginning, and that's what made me subscribe and say, okay, I'm going to watch this live with you guys, right? But I also saw that this is going to transpire too. Now, y'all know I have done several lives about Journey and that goddamn cussing, and this speaks to exactly everything I've been saying when I'm saying if Karlissa doesn't course correct, this is going to be the same things with her grandkids that she's seeing with her kids. And so she needs to listen to what her kids are saying, not be so offended by what they are saying, and course correct and make some adjustments. Because right now, these grandkids love Karlissa. Like, I think that Karlissa has the best interaction with these kids. They love her. But if she does not course correct, she's going to have the same problems from the grandkids that she got from the kids. And so, listen, Karlissa daddy don't play. I don't know how Karlissa is so the way she is, because Karlissa daddy don't play around. Now, Karlissa didn't left her daddy at the courthouse before because he don't play around, okay? Like, when Karlissa's daddy, the pop, showed up at the court when Blue was in jail and was going back and forth to court, Karlissa got so mad at her daddy that she left him at the court. And one of the other sisters had to do what she needed to do, and Karlissa's sister had to do what she needed to do to get him to the airport. Okay, Karlissa is like Journey. This acting out. This is hey Cookie Boom. This acting out that you see, Journey. This is just a microcosm of Karlissa. Okay. So now Journey is having this exchange back and forth with Pop, and Pop don't care because he ain't having it. And he don't care how cute you are. You ain't going to be out here thinking you're going to be cussing nobody out. You're going to be cussing Pop out. You're going to be telling these adults what to do. You're going to be throwing these temper tantrums and thinking you're going to have your way. Everybody talks about how Nevaeh's son is cursing. I think that's prompted by Blueface because he wants to capture those moments because he don't care what kind of content he gets, whether it's positive or negative. He's for it all. The cussing, Nevaeh's son wasn't cussing like that. Nevaeh's son was not cussing like that when he first started coming on stream. But Journey has constantly had this potty foul mouth, 3 years old, since she's been streaming live. And I think that Blueface realizes, okay, this becomes viral. This brings attention. So now he's attempting to recreate that in his home scenario when he's home with Nevaeh. And so now we have heard, people keep talking about the fact that Nevaeh curses in front of her son. And yes, she does. We do see it on camera. But this child was not cursing like that when he initially got on camera. I think what is happening is that Blueface's influence is attempting to create the same type of scenario that he has when he goes to Jade and Alexa's house, and then when he comes over to his own house. That's my opinion. And so, so Superior, Nevaeh's son, is at the house when Blueface is home, because that's who's home with him. And so he's trying to get those same viral moments. And so kids speaking and cursing and being inappropriate, that's what gets these viral moments. Oh yeah, Journey cursed like a 76-year-old woman, okay? Like she has a good handle on that vernacular, okay? She knows exactly what she's saying, what it means. She can read an adult better than Hooked on Phonics, okay? Like, Journey is, Superior don't got nothing on Journey. If people are just coming into the story, they might be a little shocked at hearing Superior curse like that. But if you've been following this story, Superior has nothing on Journey. Journey has taken this to the extreme. And this is why right now Karlissa's daddy is setting the record straight. Listen, little girl, that don't work with me. I don't care what everybody else can let you do. You ain't doing this over here with me. So Pop is setting the record straight.
Well, hold a second. I told you to quit talking, didn't I? Listen, you're not listening.
Fine, go home.
No, stop talking.
She told him, fine, go home and don't come back.
And I'm telling you, you need a whooping because you should have stopped talking when you were told to stop talking. That means stop talking.
Go
And just see you still talking. Put the clay down. Give me that. Put it down. Put the clay down. Put the clay down.
I hate you.
Okay, I'm glad you do.
I hate you, Papa.
Yeah. You're not. Look, you can get a whipping in a lot of ways.
I hate that.
Yes.
Come back, Journey. Come here.
You take her power away, and that's when she's saying, "I'm spoiled. I'm allowed to do this." But talking is when you take that away from her. Now she has no control.
Well, no, because she left.
No, she left because she has no control. Every time she tried to talk, I kept reminding her, "You're talking."
Well, was any of us like that?
Well, probably a couple of y'all, you know, towards we got into the thing, doing just like she did. She looked good talking and walking. That was my favorite. Was you keep on running your mouth, just get out of range. I used to call it talking and walking, and I say you still talking, but you need to be talking and walking, and and that meant even with me and you right now. If I tell you to stop talking and you keep talking at me, and I keep telling you you need to stop talking, that means I'm about to, as a father, I'm about to discipline you. Because when I tell you to stop talking, that means you push the button of disrespect, and you still.
And I agree with him, because it's the same thing I was saying the other morning when I was telling the story about my niece and her being upset. I'm fine with allowing a child to work out their anger from the parameter that I set, from the boundary that I created. But what you cannot do is have a tantrum. You cannot be disrespectful. You cannot curse. You can be angry and upset with me. Go off somewhere else and work that out and figure it out. And then when you're done, come back. But what we are not going to do is have an exchange. And this is something that Journey does not understand. She has hit her aunt. She has hit her father. She's hit her mother. She spit in her mother's face. Jaden cursed her own daughter out because of how horrible her daughter was acting towards her in the pool. She's cursed Karlissa, told Karlissa to take herself home. Karlissa finally broke and gave her one. Now, we were proud of Karlissa, but it was only one pat on the butt. Journey needed some more pats than that. Journey needed she needed to get one of them good old, you got to go in the bathroom, downstairs in the bathroom at the church whoopings, and I'm pulling your pants down and wearing your tail out. Like, she needed one of those whoopings. Karlissa didn't give her that, but she did give a little pat on the butt. She did do that now. Right? And now Journey is kind of like under some type of contract where she's supposed to not be cursing. Now we're going to see in this episode if she does some cursing. But like I said, Journey got a good handle on them curse words, child.
Still running your mouth.
He's talking to me like that. He didn't want to be nice to me either.
What did he say?
He said, go. He said, put the clay down, and I don't want this.
He said he wants to talk to you.
No, I don't want him to talk to me anymore.
And look, she's embarrassed.
I hate Granddad.
Oh, you can't say that about your granddad.
Now look at what she's doing. And I want to say this because I've watched Journey, and I watched how boisterous she is when she is telling these adults off and cussing them out. Okay. She never does this, but she's embarrassed. She's embarrassed because that pop didn't embarrass her and told her, little girl, I don't care. Everybody else, when she starts that tantrum, when she starts that cursing and all that, they start trying to baby her. They start trying to figure out what can they do to get her to stop. They start trying to figure out what can they do to like appease her. Pop said, little girl, go take your ass on. Go be mad. I don't give a damn. Give me that damn clay. Go sit your ass over there. And so now you see, you have never seen Journey doing this, what she's doing now. How she got this pillow in front of her and all of this other stuff. This is a boisterous, outspoken child. She is ashamed and embarrassed at what that Pop done did to her. And that's exactly what she needs in order to try to keep. She doesn't like that feeling. Maybe they don't need to spank her. Maybe they need to do this part more, and maybe then she will stop. But Pop need to Karlissa need to step away, I think, and let that Pop. Let Pop handle Journey. He's time for Journey.
Yeah, you know why? Because he's old, Journey.
No.
You hear Karlissa?
He's old. You can't do that.
Because he's being so mean to me. I don't want to be his friend. I don't want you.
Well, I don't want you either. I don't want no granddaughter who cuss.
So you see how she comes from behind the pillow then? Because once she starts talking to Karlissa, she realizes she done got a little bit of power back. See, Pop done took her power away, so she's hiding. She putting the pillow. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm so embarrassed. Oh my God, I know this camera is on me because she know the cameras is on her. So, oh my God, this camera is on me. I feel so embarrassed. Pop embarrassed me. Oh my gosh, I don't like him anymore. And so she wants to just go and hide. But when Karlissa comes over to try to reason with her, she realizes, okay, some of the power dynamic is shifting back. And so now she's coming from behind the pillow. She's getting a little loud with Karlissa. And Pop hears it, okay? And Pop like,
Why would I want to get no granddaughter who cuss?
I don't want no granddaddy, and I don't want no granddaddy to cuss with me. I don't want you.
Okay, you gonna get a new one?
He said you're gonna get a new granddad?
I'm getting my dad.
You hear her say she don't want no granddaddy to cuss with her. Journey, that's what I'm telling you. This child got good sense. She knows what she's doing, and she knows this is a power struggle. She is trying to get that power back. He said he don't want no granddaddy to cuss, and she was struggling. She was trying to arrange the words and get it out. That's because she mad. You know, when a woman get mad, boy, sometimes they be mixing them words up and can't get it right. So I told y'all, Journey is like a 76-year-old lady. She stumbled a little bit. Well, basically what Journey was trying to tell him, well, you don't want no grandbaby to cuss. I don't want no Pop to cuss back with me.
I don't like him. I don't like strangers. I only like daddy.
He ain't no stranger. That's my dad.
I don't like your dad. Just stay away from me.
I don't like granddaughters who cuss either.
And I don't like
See, you changing the subject.
You're
you're not supposed to. You know you're not supposed to be cussing, right?
Go away.
And you're changing the subject. Are you old enough to cuss?
No, I don't like you here anymore.
Why do you cuss?
Because
she feels safer because Karlissa is right there.
In
the past,
I don't like no I don't like no.
In the past, she feels safer because Karlissa is right there. She doesn't. In the past, Karlissa will get in between everyone else trying to discipline Journey, and so she's trying to. Journey's trying to figure out why is she letting him go this far and say all of this stuff to me. I don't understand. Why isn't my grandma taking up for me? Why isn't she responding to him and getting him out of my face? So she's kind of like a little confused, right? Like, okay, how far can I go? But she's trusting that, okay, I know grandma's here. I know in the past she's protected me from anybody who's tried to do anything to me when I'm acting this way. And so I'm going to trust that she's going to protect me, even though she's letting him talk back to me. Because that's exactly what she's thinking. Journey is sitting there like, I cannot believe my grandma is letting this man talk back to me. You said I thought Karlissa those kids under control. Looks like I need to a psychology workup on all of them. My mouth is right. She is completely out of control, right? And so Journey is looking at her grandma and just wondering, like, why don't you get this man out of my face? But if you don't get him out of my face, okay, I'm gonna trust you enough that you're gonna let me tell him off. That's basically what this little 3-year-old is saying. I'm going to trust you enough that you're going to let me tell him off. And if he tries to do anything, that you're going to protect me. Because you always protect me when I do things like this. Except for when I did it to you.
Grandpa's anymore. They mean to me. I don't like you.
So that's why you cuss?
I don't like you.
No, you old enough.
You're dirty and smelly. I don't like you.
Oh! You're old enough not to feel.
Dirty and smelly. No.
Yeah. She told Karlissa daddy that he is dirty and smelly. And she don't like him. And Karlissa is sitting there. She is sitting there and recording this for content. And this is what I mean. What I said. If she does not stop her obsession with fame, these grandkids are going to treat her the same way her kids treat her. Everybody can criticize how Dre, Blueface, and Callie deal with their mom and how they talk to their mom. But watching this dynamic right here, see, Karlissa feel like she's showing this to be real and raw with the people. You're being real and raw and showing the people why your children have come to the conclusions about you that they have. Now, they might not be rational in how they react to it sometimes. They might overreact. They might need to just keep their distance, like Callie said. But the reaction that you get from them is because you want it. And it's because you want it for TV. You don't care whether you get them to actively participate at their own free will in your drama, or whether you do something to manipulate and coerce them into being part of your drama. The fact that Karlissa is sitting on the opposite end of this couch while her granddaughter is saying this stuff to her father lets you know what her intent is. Lets you know what her purpose is. And it lets you know that Blueface is absolutely right when he's saying that she is attempting to try to get her claws into Nevaeh in order to create and make Nevaeh her new golden goose. Yeah, reading him down. Okay? And Karlissa is sitting.
I don't like you, old and little stranger.
And I don't like cussing kids either.
Journey, you're gonna have to go on a timeout today.
I don't like him anymore.
You can't talk to your granddad like that.
I don't like him anymore.
Okay, well, you're still gonna go on a timeout today, okay?
I don't like him.
You're not gonna
anymore.
go to the park for 2 hours.
I'm not your friend. Go away and stay away. Stay away from me, little stranger. And I'm not going to.
Let me go get this belt. Let me go find my shoes.
Sorry, you guys. I gotta get my
Where my
dinner.
shoe at?
I don't want you.
Okay, get yourself together now.
I want my mommy.
Okay, get yourself together, and I'm
I
gonna
don't
call
want
her.
you.
Look, now she's mad.
I don't like you.
I can't believe you. I'm so disappointed. I thought you were gonna be a good girl.
No, I'm being my mom.
It's over here.
Okay, let's call her. It's time to go home. Lord knows I love getting my grandkids.
Yes, Pat, absolutely. Papa need to get Karlissa. He needed to embarrass Karlissa ass in front of that baby. Cause it ain't no damn way that my grandmama, my mama, my aunts, nobody else would have see the one thing I think that all of my elders, because I was amongst one of the first to have kids amongst my cousins. And I think one of the things that they respected about me the most is that I was big on my kids respecting their elders. It was two things my kids absolutely could not do, or they was going to be in some deep shit. And that's tell a lie and disrespect an adult. Those are two things I did not take lightly. And so my other relatives never had to physically discipline my kids, because if something happened, they knew and trusted I was going to be the one to do it. Because I don't play that shit. Okay? I don't play that. And I did not have to deal with kids being disrespectful to adults because they knew I didn't play it. They knew that my physical discipline with them primarily was going to have to do with them telling lies or them disrespecting adults. Anything else we can negotiate and we can talk about some other kind of punishment. But if you tell a lie or you disrespect an adult, you're getting your ass whooped. That was the rule. Now, this youngest one, she don't get her ass whooped like that. She ain't get her ass whooped. She thinks she got her ass whooped, but she ain't get her ass whooped like that. You know, dang on well, you ain't get your tail whooped, girl. She sucking her teeth. But she ain't seen no whooping, okay? Her older siblings tell her all the time, girl, you don't even know about no whooping, okay? But, yeah, those are two things I don't play around with. And so, yes, I agree. You said I would be done with baby, but the grandma would get it. Yes, the grandma need to get it in front of the baby. Because, see, the baby knows she can do what she's doing because she feels like she's under the protection of grandma. So that's why grandpapa, he need to assert his authority over grandma because he grandma daddy. And he need to tell that grandma, no, listen, what are you going to do about this? And he need to ask her in front of that little baby so that little baby can know the power dynamic shift. That, okay, you think that you got a hold of grandma and you can tell grandma what to do, but guess what? I'm grandma daddy. And when I say I need you to take care and handle this for me. See, just like we heard Karlissa ask Callie, if somebody say something to you about me, you supposed to handle that for me. She thinks that. She thinks that that's what her children are supposed to do on her behalf. But you let this little girl, this little child, that's your granddaughter, yeah, that's your granddaughter, but you let this little girl disrespect your daddy in front of your face, and you didn't do shit. Oh, Journey, you're gonna have to have a timeout. Huh? You said how many of her grands curse like that? One of my 2 beatings was because I was mean to my grandma. She did it's Journey is the one that is cursing on camera. Now they say that Carter and Javon, that they be cursing when they play their video games. A lot of the kids, when they play their video games, they curse. My daughter is a gamer, right? My youngest one. And when I first started hearing her, and I'm like, Maya, she would swear to me that she was a curse. Even though I know I heard it. She would swear to me, Mommy, I didn't say that. Right? She would swear down. But a lot of the kids are doing that online, and it is because they are involved in that competition, and the other kids are doing it. And so that part I do, but I don't see Javon and Carter cursing on camera. I don't see them cursing when they having conversations with adults, talking to adults. They understand the boundary. They understand that, okay, when I'm away from adults, playing my video games amongst my peers and my friends, and we are in competition, that we might, and I'm not saying that's okay. I'm not condoning that and saying that's okay. But those kids at least understand the boundary. This little 3-year-old child don't have no boundary, as you can see. I'm surprised the curse word has not come out her mouth now. So she must really at least be trying to uphold the cursing contract, or no cursing contract, at least that. Maybe she's trying to uphold that portion, right? But, or maybe because Pop didn't embarrass her and said something and pointed out the curse, and now maybe she feels some type of way about it. And so maybe she feels, because I'm saying this is a smart little girl. She's a smart little girl. Maybe she feels like, I'm going to tell him off and not cuss at him. Since he keeps trying to point out about my cursing, I'm going to just go ahead and tell him off and not curse at him. Because then, as long as I'm using my words that aren't curse words, maybe I can get away with it. And Karlissa is allowing her to, because I think Karlissa doesn't want it to escalate to the point where she starts the cursing. Because if she starts the cursing in front of Pop might have a whole nother reaction. If she starts back with that cursing in front of Pop might take it into his own hands, literally. You say, Journey's non-curse words are just as bad. But because Karlissa knows how bad it can get and how bad that cursing can get, and she doesn't want that to escalate on camera, on her watch, on her time, and she don't want to have to deal with her dad, because she know if Journey really goes there like she has in the past with the daddy, with Karlissa's dad, and starts doing that, then I see the daddy definitely doing something more extreme towards Karlissa and Journey. So Karlissa is in this struggle now, this tug of war. Journey and the daddy kind of got her in this tug of war. This is an uncomfortable position for her to be in, because she doesn't want to have to mitigate this. She really does not. She does not want to be the person really in between this. But because it's juicy content, because it's going to bring people to her channel, she's going to take the clip, she's going to put it up, so people are going to come watch it.
Dude, I loves it. But on that 5th and 6th day, baby, they better show up on time today. That's all I gotta say. Look at me. They better show up on time.
Oh, that's so stupid.
What did you, Callie? What did you do in my room, Callie? I told y'all don't come in my motherfucking room, man.
That's Mr. Saffold.
Y'all just tripping, man. For real, man.
This is Journey's room.
Y'all getting spoiled up in here. Journey Pie. When you gonna get your nails and shit done? All that shit.
Why is you asking me that? And you know I'm in here with all these goddamn kids. I
Hey,
can't even
man,
take
come
them out
on.
this house because they so goddamn bad blood.
You supposed to be a celebrity.
What?
You gonna have your nails did and all that shit, man.
I tell you to be here at the crack of dawn because my husband is off work today.
I was outside.
I seen you all outside. All out there with the niggas. I know checkout time was 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock on Sunday. I won't fuck around and Mrs. Saffold ain't gonna let y'all have no babysitter. These allergies over here kicking my ass. Journey over here praying for me 1 minute, then the next minute she talking shit. Okay, so it's been a minute since they've both been here at the same time. And because they're both here and they both have issues, I'm thinking this is the perfect time to air the issues out. Jaden feels a certain type of way. Callie feels a certain type of way. But guess what? I'm the only one that gets to hear about it.
Okay, so listen to what she's saying. Because in our clip that we played before I started the episode, Callie let her know she does not want to be content. And so I don't think that Callie and Dre have an issue with them having a casual appearance on the camera. But the thing is that then Karlissa uses that casual appearance, that cameo appearance, to exploit and stretch it out and generate herself content for weeks and months because of what she's able to capture in those moments. And they hate that shit. They have let her know. And every time they soften back up and like, okay, we'll make a cameo to show you we're supporting, because she will guilt trip them about not supporting her and not supporting her dreams and not supporting her vision and all of these different things. And so then they will try to come in support, and then she will do these things. Who the fuck told you to get on this camera and bring up issues that are happening between Jaden, Alexis, and Callie? That is for them to deal with. Callie has let you know she does not want to be used as content, but you keep entrapping her and putting her into these positions where you exploit her for content. And this is the thing that she has the issue with.
So instead of it being he say, she say, or back and forth, of course I'm going to bring it up right now to clear the air. That's what big mamas do, right? Say what your issue is. You say what your issue is. We figure it out and we move forward. That's not being messy at all. Okay, so all those in favor of canceling Cixot and going our own separate ways, say aye. And if it's not aye, what should we do to move forward as a family? I know it may appear like I seen some of your fans saying like, oh, you over there with the ops. And it's like, it sucks for me because if you get pregnant right now, God forbid, and it's with somebody else, your mom's still going to mess with Blue, but she's also still going to mess with the person that you're pregnant by, right?
I mean, yeah, I never said that.
I know, but I just feel like, what the hell am I left to do if that's the case? Like if you invite your friend over here, you don't think I'm gonna be nice to him and have him come on in here and eat some food and lunch with us? If that's what you choose to do, you know I am, right? Team you, team him, team them. Same with Callie. When your friends, baby daddies come over here, I'm cool with them. They've been over here together. So I feel like I get it sucks for me because I'm in the middle of like, yes, in the whole fantasy world, we would want you and Blue to get married, run off with the kids, have more kids, and that be the end of the show. But that's not what y'all, either one of y'all are doing like y'all want. You don't want no more kids. He want more kids. He's not ready to do this.
She keeps trying to use the fact that Blue don't want to have more kids as to what his problems is between him and Jaden Alexis. I mean, that Jaden don't want to have more kids, and that's not the problem.
And what do you want to do with Cixot? What would you like to see happen?
I think we should do Cixot takes the Bahamas.
I mean, well,
Yeah.
you have to get the subscribers to do that, and it takes more than just.
I think that would be so bomb. I think like us riding around in some like black trucks through like a third world country in our bathing suits with some tequila. That sounds so good.
This is a reality show.
That would be so bomb. You don't think so?
So what's the reality of like what's going on in your world or what's going on with you?
She don't want them knowing it. That's the reality. She been telling you that.
Everybody can vote for Cixot Bahamas. Say
and we talked about this already. I can't. There's no way to contribute to.
We love taking vacations and having
whatever's
fun.
on your mind that you don't want to be a reality of the show is what sells the show. So right now is the time. If you have a problem with me, Blue, or Jaden, right now is the time to get it off of your chest because A, it also pays you, and B, we all.
I did.
Yeah,
I
it
really
pays
don't
you.
like you like that.
It also pays you.
Your problem wasn't with me today. Yes, it was.
Mom, we got in a whole argument. Did we not get in a whole argument?
Yes, we did about
you.
No.
And how you treat people.
How do I treat people?
Mom, you're just very self-centered and self-absorbed about everything.
It's not about me.
Okay, let me
it's
pause
definitely
so I could try to answer that real quick. So I don't know if Jaden doesn't want y'all. I'm trying to eat something while we're watching this. I don't know if Jaden doesn't want people disciplining her kids. I don't know. Karlissa has physically disciplined Journey, so I don't. And Jaden didn't overreact on camera, at least about it. So I don't think that is the case. But even if she did have an issue with it, guess what? And I'm one of these people. Like, I don't believe in disciplining other people's kids. Not at this point in my life. In probably not for like the last 15 years or so. Right? If I gotta discipline somebody else's kid and my kid, they gotta go home. Cause I think I'm too nuanced. I have too many kids. I'm really good with kids. So I had too many techniques I can utilize in order to try to get their behavior under control. And if I can't figure it out that way, then you got to come get your kid. However, in this instance, this is why I'm going to support Karlissa being physically disciplining these kids. Karlissa got these kids all the damn time. Jaden, I don't give a damn what your rule is about disciplining these kids or not. If they with me and they with me the majority of the time and they with me because you're out doing whatever you're doing, guess what? They do something, I'm whooping their ass. If they do something, they get ass whooping, they getting their ass whooping. And that's that. Because Journey has reached the ass whooping stage. Now, I haven't on camera witnessed Javon, Carter, or none of them do anything on camera that I would say, okay, they needed their ass whooped. I haven't seen that. But Journey has reached the ass whooping stage. And she did, like I said, she gave a little pat on the butt. So we was like, okay, this is progress. But she did not move forward from that. But I really don't even care what Jaden rule is. It's like, okay, well, if you don't want me to discipline this kid, you want to find somebody else to watch her. Because I'm not going to watch her with that mouth, with that attitude and all of that going on. And then I not discipline her. So right now, I think Jaden and Alexis is in a position where beggars can't be choosers. If this is all you have in order to keep your child while you are doing whatever it is that you want to be doing, the gallivanting and all the stuff, networking and all the stuff you're doing, then guess what? How I choose to handle it. Now I'm old school when it comes to, because that's grandmama. That's how my grandmother worked it. That's how both of my grandmamas worked it. That's how my aunts and them worked it. Listen, if you have an issue with us disciplining the kid, don't leave them with us. And that's why, you want to know what? Me and some of my cousins, there were some family members we didn't leave our kids with. I was the one who was way more picky and selective, right? About leaving my kids with certain family members. My other cousins are too. It's certain ones that I wouldn't leave my kids with, but they will. But there are some that other family members, like we all agree, like, no, don't leave your kids over there with them, right? And so that's the rule. If you're going to have an issue with the way that the adult that is overseeing the care of the child is going to discipline the child, then the child don't need to be in your care.
About you, like everything is about you. Like you're very self-absorbing. Like,
Yo, you have to grow up to the point where your issue, just because you have an issue with everybody else,
I have an issue with you.
About me.
My issue is with you.
You're supposed to be a baddie. If you have an issue, don't blame the issue on me. Say how you feel.
I feel like every time I see you, I let you know how I feel.
No, you
never
make
like,
Jaden don't.
You never really make any types
really
of adjustments whatsoever.
She
like
put water on me on purpose on the show, and you there's just say the
so
stuff.
Anytime that I come to you about anything.
Yes, you should.
Or Jaden, or Blue, or Dre, or Dad, and even Journey sometimes. I tell y'all, hey,
Journey,
don't get on the table.
Journey is a child.
She gonna get on the table.
And
y'all gonna get on my nerves. That's okay.
There you go with the sugar coat. Like,
but my problem is whenever I bring stuff up to you personally as my mom, somebody that I have to deal with, you don't make necessary adjustments to like build our relationship. You're more focused on tearing our relationship down. Do you get what I'm saying? Like you have never once tried to build our relationship up. And then when I disappeared and y'all don't see me for 4, 3, 5, 9, 10, 8 weeks, you're like, oh, she mad because whatever the fuck you could, whatever you could come up with, whatever you could come up with out of your ass that week, that's what you're gonna make it of why I'm not around. I'm not around because I don't like you, Mom.
Nobody likes me.
Yes, so that's what it is. So that's why I'm not pulling up.
Like me.
And that's okay. So that's what I'm saying. So if you say that you want to make different things happen,
I don't want nothing to
happen. You get what I'm saying? If you say like, okay, what are we gonna do about Cixot? You're not showing up. You're not doing this. Let's make some adjustments. So if I say
you show
X,
up
Y,
for
and
the check,
Z,
but you don't show up for the
Mom.
work.
Even if I did show up for a check, it's once every 8 to 9 weeks.
Matter.
You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not here every day for the check.
Us turning the wheels.
So if I was here to use you for the check, I'd be here every day dealing with you to use you for the check.
Jaden, you said the same thing. Say how you feel. How you feel that she treats us.
I think we need to have an intervention about Karlissa. Everybody needs to come in agreement, and we need to bring you into the circle about what the fuck you like to do and you're like. What's going on in your mental? I know you got a lot going on. You having to take care of Dre and you're having to, babysit her kids every weekend. Like, I get it. Like, you don't babysit my kids. You have not, you just told me Io has not seen your playground yet. My kids do not pull up. My kids, and if they do pull up, I'm here with them. Like, so my thing is we need to have an intervention about you. It's not always about you, Karlissa. You need to make the adjustments as a mom if you would like to have a relationship with me as your daughter. If you don't, then it's going to be MIA. I'm going to show up for the events because like Journey told me, she said, I congratulated why you wasn't there. I'm not pulling up because I don't like you. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'll pull up for her events and Javon's events. I'll make sure that I make that happen. But at the end of the day, we have to have some type of middle ground if you still want me to pull up. Because at the end of the day, I'm not really feeling it. That's why y'all it don't make sense for me to be pulling up, chilling over here. Like, you have to remember that you have children. So the way you carry yourself as a woman it trickles down to all of your seeds.
Was I not running back and
forth? So your mental has to be very sing-soi. It's just too chaotic.
We get into the meeting and then y'all don't say nothing. Both of y'all sit here and
I ain't shut up yet.
You ain't said nothing though.
I'm letting you know how I feel.
Huh? You didn't do nothing.
You ain't talking about nothing. All you doing is throwing gasoline. Then you ain't doing shit. So what are we doing? Karlissa, come on, man. We did this yesterday, did we not?
Non-stop, just chaos.
We got in the same argument about the same bullshit yesterday. Ain't nothing gonna change. You gonna play how you play your game today.
And listen to what
I'm gonna play my
said.
game how I play my game.
They had the same
and then
argument yesterday
keep going,
off the camera. She ambushes
then y'all
them
both want to know why y'all not both back on baddies. Because y'all sit here.
Girl, you worried about why you not on aunties. Like, girl, shut up. Ain't nobody worried about baddies. You the only one worried about what you got going on. You're so worried that your wig is skeeted back. Like, you can't be no more worried. Oh my God. Please. Mom, you didn't have my kids. I was here. I took care of Journey the whole weekend. You was gone. She was gone. She was gone.
She's a fucking
She was gone. Pie.
Was he with TT Cali or Grandma Gia?
Grandma Gia.
Thank you. You can rock with your grandma. Loyalty is everything. So, and I understand that.
TT.
That's okay. You don't have to. It's okay. But at the end of the day, she wasn't even here all weekend.
Well, see, why would
I was actually kidnapped. Like, did you see my car?
Oh.
I'm just here. Like, take me home.
I tell her she could get on the boxing thing. They paying these.
Girl, you go on the boxing thing. Ain't you about to fight Tokyo and
she listen to her. She is not listening to Callie telling her, I don't want to do this. And if you do want me to find some way to try to be a part of the content, don't push me into the content. And let's maybe do some getaways, trips, some fun things that I don't have to be too involved. She's telling her, but she is not listening. She is continuing to not listen to what she is saying. Hey, Red Bunny Boo.
I need all of them.
Why would I fight them?
You just said you was about to get in a fight. That you was gonna knock their lights out.
You wanted somebody to square up in the family so bad. Have the baby and Jada square up. Y'all can have a boxing fight. I'm sure y'all can get it back for that. Stop wasting my fucking time. Stop wasting my time. Stop wasting my time. Stop wasting my time. I'm not wasting my bread when you brought me over here talking about some bullshit.
Let's go.
Now, y'all see how Karlissa transitioned? We missed a whole bunch of stuff that took place in between. Karlissa hit a transition and we missed a whole bunch of shit. So that must mean that it was something in that in-between content Karlissa didn't want nobody to hear or to see. And the next thing we see, they sitting there having a conversation. Callie's trying to make her point to her. And then now we see this explosive situation between the two of them. Ronnie, you said, I just got off Blues Live. Nevaeh is so nasty and disrespectful to Karlissa. I hope Krishan Rock knock her ass out one day. Karlissa disrespectful, Brad Bunny. I mean, and listen, you know I have a love-hate. That's my good girlfriend in my head. But Karlissa need to get this shit together. She has a fucking mess. And this whole mess is a mess. And like I said, Blueface girlfriends don't have parameters with her because she don't require them. She want to be a part of the shenanigans. And so she gets what she gets. The same way how Dre and Callie, they said it. They the two that came to her defense when the whole thing happened with Krishan Rock. But they said it's her fault. It was her fault. It was Karlissa's fault. Blueface is the one who sicks these girls onto his mother. We just heard Blueface sit there and tell Nevaeh all of the things. And now this episode drops. And like I said, I think Red Bunny is losing a handle on Jaden Alexis. She knows that she might not be getting as much Jaden Alexis content. Much of Cixot is formulated from Jaden Alexis content. The dating show, all of that. So she got to find something else. So she's attempting to go try to sink her teeth in there over there with Nevaeh. But last night when I was on the live, I heard her do so much disrespectful ass shit to Nevaeh on the live. Why are you talking about Krishan Rock on the live? You know that's a sore spot for her. Why are you just talking about him just coming off of his interactions with Ashley? You know that was a sore spot for her. Before Karlissa walked in, Nevaeh is talking to Blueface about the fact that she done took that Ashley on a baby moon that was meant for her. So, Karlissa, you walk in the door and then you want to inflame the situation even more. It's because it's about the content. Just like we seeing right here, this explosion about to happen with Callie. She don't care what she do, what relationship she ruined for the content.
Bringing me over here. Y'all ain't seen me in months, weeks. I don't pull up on you. I don't like you. That's it.
So then why are you?
Because Javon and Journey decided to pull up at my house, right? That's what you did. You brought them over, and then I said, okay. Then you left them over there. That was fine. Then you came to pick him up. He trying to get his PlayStation and his phone and everything, and that's why we're here. We were supposed to pick up his PlayStation conversation and go back to the house. I'm in the same clothes for 2 days. Take me home.
She been here, man.
No, I told her to take me home yesterday.
She had to come?
She asked me.
Mom, we did not ask to come over here.
You asked to come.
We did not ask to.
She now is why she here. Now you didn't have her there all this time. And she's telling you, she's been the one watching the kids all of this time. Now, all of a sudden, it's why is she here? Because this is for the camera. This shit is for the camera. And this is what Callie is talking about. And so, listen, like I said, I don't like the way none of them talk to Karlissa. But I also don't like how Karlissa is manipulating pieces on the board in order for her to profit off of this trauma and all of this chaos that she has created for the lives of her children, and now are going to trickle down into what is going on with her grandchildren. You cannot ask somebody to respect you when every day you're getting online, calling them a hoe, saying all types of disrespectful shit about them. All of this stuff, Karlissa started all of the disrespect with Nevaeh. Nevaeh on several times has attempted to extend the olive branch. But how far do you allow somebody's mama to go? What I don't see Nevaeh doing is being a Jaden Alexis. Jaden has allowed Karlissa and gotten her claws into, let Karlissa get her claws into her, because especially while Blueface was in jail, Jaden needed Karlissa. She needed her to babysit. She needed her in order to make income. There was a time that Jaden wasn't fucking with Karlissa either, for the very same reasons, for the very same things. And I think she's going to try to pull back. Now that Jaden thinks that she's found another avenue, she's networked to a point where she thinks she's now more marketable and she can do something apart from Blueface and Karlissa, I think we are seeing her move back. I think Karlissa and Blueface are anticipating that. And this is why they are changing course. This is why you were seeing more of Blueface and Ashley, because he got to find something else. Krishan then took her ass back and she's focusing on her boxing shit. Jaden is over there with Kai Banks making comments about his sex. Okay? After Blueface then leaked her sex tape. So now you got this dynamic going on where they are like, okay, we got to find something else. We got to get some more. We got to bring some more characters in here to fill these spaces, right? Until we can either get the main characters to act right and join back in again, or we're going to have to try to recreate this chaos. And I really believe that was the purpose of Karlissa going over to that house last night. I think that she was assistant. That was an assist with Blueface. I think that's what we seen last night. Some people didn't see the play, but I saw the play. Blueface is never interested in Karlissa being around that long. Never. But all of a sudden last night, he went along with it because he said, okay, I see what's happening. Okay. Karlissa is saying things that are inflaming Nevaeh. He knows it. Nevaeh does not know how they are playing her like a fiddle right now.
Over here, you running to get his PlayStation and his phone.
What are you trying to do? I'm trying
exactly to figure out what y'all want to do. Y'all want content? Here you go. Y'all want to fight Nevaeh and Nayla and Jaden? Y'all can put the boxing gloves on, right? That's content. She get a tattoo next. That's content. Get y'all content on. We need to put them on.
Y'all some weird. Y'all weird, man.
Ain't that weird? Weird stuff. Look like I'm not your crash out. Nothing. You want to be a crash out? I told you what my problem was. I told you this yesterday. When you were trying to do this weird shit yesterday, I told you yesterday. I said, bro, I'm not doing that weird shit. Why would me and my niece's mother ever go at it? Why would we ever go at it? Why would I ever want to go at it with her? Why would I ever want to go at it with her?
This is manipulative.
Nigga, no, you're manipulative, bro. I hate you, bro. I hate
you. Want to bump for this?
I hate you.
Go at it for what? You said you had a problem.
Like, I'm saying I will never go up with you, bro. I'm not
you hear that? Callie is letting it be known. They had a conversation. That's what I said. That's why it's a lot of content in between Karlissa. She cut out. You see how the camera did the move of the camera. It was content in between that she cut out. She cut that out because Callie was exposing the play. This conversation already took place off camera. This is what you tried to coerce me into doing with my niece's mom. I'm not doing that. Even if I got a problem with her, I'm not doing that on camera. But Karlissa don't care. She wants it on camera. It's like she's trying to set it up to happen like that on camera. The same way how, and now maybe people can understand what Dre and Callie are saying when they say that they felt like the play was set up on Krishan Rock. Same kind of play. Same kind of play for content. You provoke it so that then we can generate content for months and months and months. And we are going to put this person in this negative light, give them with all of these bad connotations, and we are going to try to make ourselves look like we are the civilized ones. No, y'all, listen, the whole community need to be clapping their hands when y'all move out. Y'all, I remember one time, I lied to y'all now, I was helping out this physician's practice, right? And it was a young girl working in there. And she was so cute, but ghetto. And so we were having a conversation one time. She was talking to me about some things. And she was telling me that one time when she went to go move out, when they were younger, because her mother got a whole bunch of kids. It was like 9 of them. And she said that the neighbors, when they went to go move out the neighborhood, the neighbors was lined up while they was leaving and packing up the stuff, clapping. That's what she said. Karlissa family, that's what the community need to be doing when they move up out of there. They need to be clapping, get the fuck up out of here. Because this is not just a Blueface problem. This is starting with Karlissa, and Callie is exposing it. And that is why all of that stuff in the middle was cut out. Karlissa set Jaden up for this shit. Jaden was right the night before. The night before all of this conversation takes place, Jaden was with Kai Vance. Now you see why this is happening. She had this conversation with Callie so that hopefully she could get some kind of conversation with Callie, a fight start in between the two of them, and then boom, now you really got the circus going. Because now you've recreated the same kind of scenario that you did with the Krishan Rock thing. Same thing.
I always look at you and that's like, and that's that. You think shit that's weird to me, but it ain't never been no weird shit to where I want to fight my fucking why the fuck I was fighting you baby mama in the house? Why would you do that in front of her? Why would you? That's what you said. This entire time. Is that not what she was just saying? Y'all gotta spark this shit up.
You gotta spark this shit up. You hear her?
That's why she trying to do this.
That's not good for you.
Y'all not gonna go up? Why would I go up on her? You go up on her.
Did I say anything like that? Did you hear anything like that?
But the whole fucking
y'all
heard that.
No.
We didn't hear it.
You said you don't like her
because you cut it.
You said you don't like her.
cut it.
Y'all say behind each other's back. Listen, I have no peace to this family. I do not like y'all. None of y'all ever do me well in this family. None of y'all whatsoever. I'm not trying to be weird for my children to be able to have the opportunity to spend time with their family. That's it. I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like your baby daddy. I don't like Drake. That's it. I love them. That's it. I'm here for Journey and Javon. That's it. That's it.
Why you been over here then?
Take me home. Nigga, take me home. Take me to my car. Like,
you don't come back over here.
She came over here.
No, don't bring it back over here.
You hear Saffold? You hear Saffold? Because Karlissa could not create the drama between Jaden and Callie that she wanted to. Saffold is not listening to what Callie is saying that his wife is attempting to do when it comes to her children. Now he comes in there and now he's getting aggressive with Callie and wants her out of his house. After you've had her there all weekend trying to get her to be down with whatever this is that you wanted to transpire and take place. And now that she's popped on the camera saying, I'm not agreeing to this, now you as a man, you intervene. And instead of her mother doing what she needed to do to get her out of her house, and she didn't want her in the house, now Karlissa is going to activate Saffold. That's the last name, y'all, so that's why we call him Saffold. Now she's going to activate Saffold to get Callie, her daughter, out of her house. Now, keep in mind, I told y'all, Callie had to fight one of Karlissa's husbands before when she was 9 years old. And it involved a domestic violence situation between the husband and Karlissa, and Callie stepping in.
Don't let her go.
No. Why you go get her then? And she don't like you. She hates you.
Nobody asked
for
this shit.
You gotta say she hates you, man. She said you trying to fuck her boyfriend. She told us that. Why you over here?
Oh, what?
Huh?
Wait.
I told you this yesterday.
Fuck, man.
Wait, hold up. Stop the press. I did not know that part. I told y'all I'm watching this with y'all for the first time. I did not know that Callie accused Karlissa of trying to have sex with nobody that she done been with. I did not know that. I never heard that. You said they are giving me the shakes. Lord have mercy. This is crazy. I didn't know that.
You know what? This is what Karlissa wants. She don't want no love on that camera. She don't want to be love on that camera.
That's what Callie just said. Wait a minute. Callie just said it. She don't want no love on that camera. Look at all of the things that Callie was suggesting for them to do in order to build out Cixot. It involved good things, good vibes, good interactions with them. Karlissa down every last one of them and brought it to this place of this drama that you are witnessing right now. And Callie is telling the truth. She don't want no love on that camera. She don't want no love on that camera. Just like her son, all she wants is chaos. But she want to accuse her son's problems not being generated by her. What he is doing, and he said it last night, what he is doing is what he's seen her do. But he's just taking it to the 100th power. This is insane.
She said they don't want no love on the camera. They said they had issues. They both felt the same. They both felt the same. No issues, but no one got together. I said, let's get it out.
Well, don't go over here and do that shit. Do that shit somewhere else. Don't do that at my house. Do that shit somewhere else.
It's weird. Like, why are we talking about it? Just because y'all have an issue, y'all can still
take her home. Take her home.
That's girl. We can't even talk our issues out. So what made you think you could be a middleman for anybody else's?
Take her home.
Like, what the fuck?
Why you gonna get it?
Girl, she is right. She said, girl, we can't even talk our issues out. But you think you gonna come in here and try to mediate something between me and Jaden? Are you out your mind? Like, in this moment, Callie is making the most sense. And see, the problem with Karlissa, she's a gaslighter, a love bomber, a gaslighter. She's a manipulator. She is a coercer. And this is exactly all of the things that she does. So then when these kids expose stuff about her, she want to pop up all of these pictures of all of their childhood pictures of when they was doing this. And, oh, I bought them this. And, oh, I took them here. And, oh, I made sure the prom was good. And, oh, I did the nigga SATs. And just all types of shit. She do that. Right? But deal with what they are saying right here in this moment. Nobody's perfect. You're not perfect. They're not perfect. I'm not perfect. None of us are perfect. But what they are doing right now is showing what you do that makes them not want to be involved in your life, that makes them not want to be involved in any kind of business venture that you may have going on. She is telling people, she is telling you in front of the people who you are putting this out to, that you don't want no love on this camera. And everything that you are doing is exhibiting that to anybody who can really look at it and for what it is and see it. But you refuse to acknowledge that that's what you're doing. And in that respect, that makes you no better than your son. That means that you are responsible for what your son is doing and how he is manipulating these women on this internet.
I had no idea that.
Why you,
I thought we was going to do
You know you
We
fucking
were
did.
coming to pick
No, you
up the
didn't, man.
PlayStation.
Huh?
Like, what the fuck? Come on, Journey. Let's go. You want me to say, Dang, you talking? No, it's
Yeah,
okay.
you gotta go, Joe. You gotta go. I'm not comfortable with you right now.
I'm not comfortable with you.
I know, let's go. Get the fuck out there. Let's go.
Let's
Get
go.
out of my house. Get the fuck out of my house.
Listen,
Get out of my house. Let's go. Huh? Come on, man.
I know you drunk.
I ain't drunk. I'm gonna smack your little ass up. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
You want some content? Here go your content. You happy now? I would never. Here's your content. You had. Here's your content. Here's your content. What am I playing with her for? Play with her for what? Play with her for what? You play with her all day in her face. Play with her for what?
Kelly is letting it be known. Karlissa is sitting there trying to tell Callie that she's playing with Jaden. Callie's like, you play with her all day in her face. And she does. She does. And Blueface said it. He told Nevaeh and he warned Nevaeh. But Nevaeh wanted to continue to still try to see if she can have this relationship with Karlissa because she wants Karlissa to be an active grandmother in her child's life. But he tried to warn her. And part of the reason why Nevaeh didn't want to listen to Blueface is because Blueface does the same shit. The shit that Blueface is telling Nevaeh about Karlissa, he does it. That's why she don't want to listen. But I think that at this moment, Nevaeh is realizing that her efforts are in vain. I think she's seeing some things. She's paying attention. She's realizing I tried to see if I could try to create some kind of peace so that my child that I'm having can be a part of this family. But I'm getting to the point where I feel like they all are right about each other. So I don't know what's taking place today in the circus because I was getting ready to do this live. But when I get off, I am going to go round back to the circus and see what's going on. But that could possibly be part of Nevaeh's frustration that we are seeing right now. Is that she knows that she made a good effort to try to clean up these relationships so that her child could be a member of this family. And she is seeing that this family, at least the two individuals who are the main characters, the two that are mainly in control, Karlissa and Blueface, that they are never going to allow peace to happen because they function in this chaos. It's what makes them money and keeps them relevant.
Hi, you're the devil. Girl, you're the devil. You've been sitting there throwing gasoline on fire this entire time. You want some content? Here's your content. Try to throw some water on you? Will that wake you up? What you want to do? I never agreed to whatever the fuck you trying to do right now. So what? Never. I never agreed to anything that you said that you're trying to do. I've been trying to go home for 2 days.
You're home, man.
Why the fuck am I here? Have you seen me here? Have you seen me here? Have you seen me? What time did you last time you see me? When the last time you see me? Stop wasting my time. Stop wasting my time. Please don't. So let's go. Ready to go. Because the next time I probably don't swing on you. Swing on who? You! It's all swing on me now. You keep wasting my time. I'm done. You think you got it. I'm swinging on you. Know I got it. Hurry up. You know I got it. Come on up here if you think you know I got it. Come on up here.
And look at Journey. Journey right there.
You keep thinking you do.
That's why Journey thought she could talk at the podcast.
Take me out my car. Take me to my car. Yeah. Like, damn, stop wasting my time. I'll call you an Uber. I'm not taking you nowhere. Call you an Uber. We ready to go. Call you an Uber. Stop faking like you're gonna go do this and do that and then waste my time. Stop it. Cut it out. Cut it out. Call you an Uber. Waste your nigga time. Stop wasting mine. Call you an Uber. Man, I promise you, if she break anything and you don't hit her, we're done.
Let's go.
If that motherfucker break anything in my house and you don't body slam that bitch, we're done.
You hear what she said to her husband? Karlissa says to her husband, I promise you that if that bitch breaks anything in my house and if you don't body slam her, we're done. That's Karlissa. The same way how Blueface was demanding respect in his house, right? And his mother was disrespecting in his house. And Blueface said, if you don't stop disrespecting in my house, I'm going to sick my bitch on you. Meaning Krishan Rock. That's what he told his mama. We are start listening to Karlissa tell her daughter, the daughter who has taken L's for her, right? Over and over again. L's she didn't want to take, but she did it because that's her mama. That if she breaks anything in my house, and if you don't body slam that bitch, this is what Karlissa says. If she breaks anything in my house, and if you don't body slam that bitch, we are done. That's what she told her husband. That's not Callie's daddy. Now, keep in mind, I told y'all, Callie is named after Blueface daddy. That's not her daddy. Now, do we see who is the most common denominator here? Now, do we see who is the fucking problem here? Now, do we see what Blueface was talking about in that live last night? He said, I guess I have to look at Karlissa deeper because I like her. I miss watching Shawnice and Flex show. Karlissa must be a Libra because I like her and she needs to hide from her family. I like Karlissa at times too, but I also understand that this problem that we are seeing, this is her. She want everybody to think that no, these children just went crazy. No, they've been crazy and you've been driving them crazy. I like her when it comes to her just making jokes. A lot of the stuff she was saying last night on the live, it was funny, all of that other shit. But when it comes down to these kids proving their point about their upbringing and how she's doing shit now and what they don't like and what they don't want going on, this is a no for me. That's why I say it's a love-hate relationship with me and her. Callie has clearly made it clear to her she don't want to be a part of none of this shit. And the fact that you keep trying to exploit your daughter into this shit is sick and disgusting.
Stop bringing me to these people's house. You weird. Nigga, you want some energy? Here you go. You said express how I feel. I said how I felt. You welcome. Free content, bitch.
Well, you never expect in this family for
Look
things
at
to
her.
get ugly
Look at
because
her.
we are shooting for Cixot, which is
That's
not
exactly what she wanted.
toxic. But every now and then, some of the kids get a little disrespectful. They get entitled.
Some of the kids get a
and
little
Mrs. Saffold
disrespectful.
is tired of it. We're all tired of it. Yes, we have to respect the adult.
Now she the victim. Now she the victim. You see what I'm... Callie let us know. Off camera, I told you I didn't want to get into this. We had this conversation yesterday. Off camera, I told you I didn't want to get into this. But you decided to incite this situation in order for you to get me to respond on camera because you feel like you are going to manipulate me into doing content whether I want to or not. That's what she's saying to her. And it is the same thing that Blueface does when he does these things. He manipulates people into doing and being content even when they don't want to be. In the end, this is my opinion, it's going to come back to bite both of them in the ass. And when it does, I'm not going to give 2 red cents about it. In the end, what they are attempting to do, somehow, some way, it is going to come back to bite them in the ass. And Blueface, this week, already committed a crime by releasing not once, but twice, a sex video on Jaden Alexis. Now, Jaden, more than likely, is probably not going to take it there. But by him getting away with doing it this time, guess what will likely happen? He will do it again. And when he does it again, you will have a group of people who will come out and defend him and feel so sorry for him. And, oh, it wasn't a big deal because of this and this and that and the other. And, oh, when he did it to so-and-so, she didn't make a big deal about it. And they will begin to assess the person that takes action on his criminal activity based off of the people who didn't take action. Karlissa has done what she needed to do in order to try to get Jaden to not respond. She's even publicly threatened that she knows of crimes that Jaden has committed that Jaden could go to jail for. Almost sending out a signal like, bitch, you better not go to the police on my son because I know enough shit about you to have you under the jail. It's something wrong with that. in the end, it's something that can be translated about you doing that. You said you are pointing out a lot tonight. This got me looking at her funny. This is the thing. Like I said, when it comes to Karlissa and her sheer comedy and situations and the comic relief that she brings to situations, I enjoy that part of her. That's what got me even watching, really. But when it comes to when I'm looking at how she's the manipulator, her and Blueface are struggling to be the puppet master. She would be okay if Blueface would make her queen mother. But he doesn't give her that respect. And so they are struggling to be the one in control. And so you see these women being tossed back and forth for each of them for content. When they fall out with Blueface, she's going to go get her claws on them in order for her to try to drag them in to be her content. When they back in with Blueface, then she's talking negative and fucked up about them in order to keep her content going, in order to try to get them to engage her so that she can keep being relevant inside of the circus. It ain't hardly a day she can get on this internet and not say shit about Krishan Rock. Krishan Rock don't speak about her, but she will get on here every day and find some way for her to speak on whatever is going on with Krishan. Even though her husband has asked her to stop, she continues to do it. Blueface has asked her to stop talking about Krishan. She continues to do it. So this is what is going on in this circus. And until Karlissa figures out that she is the problem in the circus, she is probably the main problem in the circus. And I'm not saying that this is going to cure Blueface, because Blueface might be so far gone, I don't know if any accountability and repentance on Karlissa's behalf. I don't know if any sackcloth and ashes will atone for this, but I don't know. But it's worth a try. She needs to, instead of the approach, now what she did last night was funny. It was a lot of truth in what she had to say last night, but her approach was wrong. And her approach was wrong because, Karlissa, while you were sitting out trying to point out all of the other spaces where everybody else needed to be accountable and trying to big yourself up and make yourself look good, you wasn't listening to that little boy over there that was talking to you in that house tell you that the things that he seen you go through as a child is what made him what he is right now. That's what that little boy was trying to tell you. And you weren't listening. And you didn't hear it. And you didn't speak to that little boy in him. Instead, you wanted to argue with that little boy and tell that little boy why he should be grateful that you did what you were supposed to do. And he kept pointing out to you, as a mother, that's what you're supposed to do. He kept redirecting it back to that. And you each time miss every social cue in order to speak to that little boy, in order to try to find spaces to blame other people, in order to get your clips for content. You utilized that last night when she went there. I don't know what she's done today, but that's what she did last night. And so those of us watching the circus, and we have settled on the fact that this is a hip hopper, so hey, this is entertainment for everybody. They said this is entertainment, so it's entertainment. It was funny. They both made some valid points, but there is a real issue at the end of this. And it is the reason why I wanted to come tonight and do this live and show y'all that Cixot episode and to give you Dre's perspective, her oldest son, to give you Callie's perspective so that you can see these dynamics, so that you can see that this issue is much bigger than a Blueface. This starts with the mama. And listen, the daddy ain't off the hook. Blueface daddy ain't off the hook. Blueface tried to give his daddy some credit. Now, I can give his daddy some credit for some of the things that he doesn't do in the public, right? I can give him credit for that. But part of the reason why Karlissa was able to have such an impact on Blueface as a child that brings him to this moment is because of the daddy's lack of accountability, his absence, him not contributing properly. All of these things that Karlissa talked about last night, they real. That's why I said some of the things she said are real. It's not her fault alone. I think that should have been her approach. It's not my fault alone that you are this way. Me and your dad are sorry for however we created a situation where you think that you conducting yourself like this is okay. What do you need from us to try to fix this? Listen, I don't know if it's fixable because the boy is crazy and out of control. But Blueface does have a little bit of good sense. He does have some common sense. He's just not activating it right now. But he does have some common sense. But y'all listen. You said you are pouring out a lot tonight. This got me looking at her phone. Okay. Yeah, I am done with tonight's live because I don't want us to go too far down the rabbit hole because we could be on here forever messing around with and unpacking the circus. So this is where I'm going to end tonight's live. And tomorrow we are going to pick back up and I'm going to go through Jaden Alexis and her response to Blueface and him releasing her sex tape and also giving her take on what kind of parent Blueface has been to her children. We are going to look at that and examine that. We're going to look at Jaden Alexis, the accusations by Blueface's other family members that she's a mean girl, and we're going to see if those have any merit. We are going to see if there may be some underlying things that why that is. And in order to prepare us for that, I'm going to replay the song that I played in the beginning to take us out of here because this song was made by a creator for Jaden Alexis. And so I'm going to play that song so that you all can hear the song. And then tomorrow we will pick back up with Jaden Alexis' reaction to the release of the sex tape. Thank y'all for coming in here with me tonight. And y'all have a good night.
Breaking news. Blueface is on stream again. Please remain calm. This nigga Blueface is tender. Blueface, you don't need a manager. You need intervention. Every time you go live, another bad decision. Thought you wanted platinum, thought you wanted plaques. Now the only thing that's gold is the comments in the chat. Everybody yelling Blueface, got smarter. Scribbles on your face like your daughter found a marker. Started as a rapper, now you stream for a living. Algorithm paying rent, that's the life you're living. Blueface, tender. Why you always acting tender? Every live stream look like Jerry Springer. 14 when it started, thought it was forever. Ain't no forever, miss you hold him down through the weather. Held him down through broke times, held him down through the fame. He repaid all that loyalty by playing the same game. She said no more kids cause she seen how he moved. He heard that as a challenge, went and had something to prove. New baby, new clown, like his checkers, not chess. Nigga more accused by more women, gon' cause him more stress. That's not strategy, that's a man throwing tantrums with his body. Tender, using children as ammunition, bro, that's not even a hobby. That's a hostage policy. She ain't never left for the girls. Let's get that part correct. She left when the disrespect got too loud to protect. Too loud. Jaden keep going. Don't look back. He gon' try to pull you under, don't react. They call him hard, but he tender. Watch him fall apart the second you remember. Your work, Jaden, keep going. She in the studio, building up her own name. Got a bag in her own pocket, ain't depending on his fame. And that's the part that broke him, not the cheating, not the lies. Just watching her walk fine without him. That's what it can't disguise. Can't stand a woman thriving when she out from his thumb. I just dumb. So we turn to the internet, acting like a victim, acting dumb. Bring heavy on the stream, so the check can call her king. Whole time got her thinking she is number one queen. Yeah, humiliated too, cause hurting women is all he do. Call it exposing truth when it's really just a tantrum. A grown man throwing rocks cause he lost what he can't have again. And the saddest part in all of this, the part that make it worse. The worst part, her kids gon' grow up and read every single word. They didn't keep going. Don't look back. He gon' try to pull you under, don't react. They call him hard, but he tender. Watch him fall apart the second you remember. Your work, Jaden, keep going. 14 years old when y'all started. She held the whole world down for a man who couldn't hold himself. And now that she's finally free, finally got a name that's hers. Jaden! Finally making music that don't need hits. He's out here trying to burn the field so nothing can grow that. He don't control. That's not love. That's hate. That's a man who never forgave. Taking it out on every woman since Karlissa. Won't admit what she did to him. Everyone. So we keep adding bodies like it's gon' fill the hole. Keep having babies out of spite instead of looking at it all. It's reckless with his body, reckless with the truth, calling it living free when it's really just a wound from his youth. She used to be his whole world back when they were young and green. Now she just a headline in the story. He can't clean. Bring these women on the envelope, call them names for the crowd. Not realizing every insult, just confirming what's already loud. A hard man don't need an audience just to feel like a king. No king. He wouldn't need the circus if he loved a single thing. Not a thing. Starting with himself. That's the real plot twist. 14 years of history, and he still don't know what love is. Yet and keep going.